Hello, I prepared another rhythm for you to practice. Um, and we have practiced 4/4 meter before. 4/4 meter means there are four quarter notes in the measure. If we count them, it's one, two, three, four. Or their equivalents, of course, 2/8 notes are just as long as one quarter. And if we count these 4/8 notes, it's one and two and three, four, because we count an end that belongs to that previous beat. One and two and three, four. Now here we have a dotted quarter note followed by an eighth note. The dot extends the note value by adding on half of its own value. That means a dotted quarter is a quarter plus an eighth. Now on that eighth would be beat 2, so we cannot count beat 2. It's only the end that is here. So 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and. So beats 2 and beats 4, there are no new notes coming in, so we don't count them. Only count 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and. Now here we have an alternation of 2/8 and a quarter, 2/8 and a quarter, so 1 and 3, no, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And here we have a dotted followed by this pattern of eighths. So 1 and 3 and 4, 1 and 3 and 4. So let's do this together. We'll do it 4 times in a row. If you say a wrong note, just let's move on with me together. It's perfectly fine, so don't correct, just move on. Music is a timely art, it moves in time. And now if we want to practice, then we can, if you have a hard time on one particular measure, you can stop the movie, stop the video, and just practice that one measure until it goes perfectly. But I think if we do this together 4 times, it will go pretty well. So I will switch on the metronome. The metronome will click the quarter notes at a quarter equals 66, which is on the low end of adagio. And we hear 4 clicks first before we start the rhythm. And then we do it 4 times. So let's listen to 4 clicks first before starting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 3 and 4. All right. Of course, you can redo this as many times as you want, and you can rewatch this movie, this video. I actually suggest doing this at least 7 times, but once a day for 1 week to practice this rhythm. Now, let's do one more exercise, and we clap the rhythm. Instead of saying the rhythm, we clap it. Now, in our head, we focus on the beats. So let's listen. We listen to the clicks from the metronome, but then we clap the rhythm that is notated. And we'll also do that 4 times. And before we start, we listen to 4 clicks. So 4 clicks, then we start, and we clap the rhythm 4 times together with me. Again. Again. And one more time. Okay, very good. Now you have to see for yourself if it was very good for you, or if you had problems clapping along. You can redo this video once more right away, but for sure also do it at least once a day for the next 6 days, so that you have 7 days in total. And in fact, when you clap, you can even move your hands with the beats, but then only clap whenever there is a note notated. Okay, have fun clapping and practicing rhythms. Bye.